In the heart of Greenleaf Forest, where the trees whispered secrets and butterflies painted the air with colors, lived a young elephant named Elle. Elle was not an ordinary elephant. He had the biggest ears, the longest trunk, and the kindest heart anyone had ever known. But Elle had a problem. He didn't believe in himself. Every morning, Elle woke up under the shade of a giant mango tree. Birds sang above him, and squirrels ran past his feet. "Good morning, Elle," chirped Tiki the parrot. "Good morning," Elle replied softly. As Elle walked through the forest, he tried to be very careful. When he took a step, crunch, a branch broke. When he sat down, boom, the ground shook. "Oh no," Elle sighed. "I'm too big. I always mess things up." Nearby, Mimi, the mouse, squeaked, "Don't worry, Elle." But Elle lowered his head. "I wish I were small like you," he said sadly. One sunny day, Bongo the monkey announced exciting news. "Everyone, today is the annual Greenleaf Forest Games." All the animals cheered. There were races for deer, tree climbing contests for monkeys, singing competitions for birds. And, Bongo smiled, everyone must participate. Ellie's ears drooped. "What can I do?" he thought. "I'm too slow to race, too big to climb, and I can't sing." When it was Ellie's turn, he shook his head. "I don't want to play," he said quietly. The animals looked surprised, but they didn't force him. That evening, dark clouds covered the sky. Boom! Thunder roared. Rain poured down heavily. The river near the forest began to rise and rise and rise. Soon, "Oh no!" cried Luna the deer. "The river is flooding!" Little animals ran everywhere, scared and confused. The bridge, made of wood, cracked and washed away. "Help!" squeaked Mimi the mouse. "We're trapped!" Elle stood still, his heart pounding. "I'm scared," he whispered, "but they need help." Elle took a deep breath. "I may be big," he thought, "but maybe that's not a bad thing." He walked to the river and placed his strong legs firmly in the water. "Hold on to my tail," Elle called. One by one, the animals climbed onto his back. The rabbits, the squirrels, the birds, even little Mimi. Elle used his long trunk to lift broken branches and clear the path. With slow, careful steps, he carried everyone to safety. When the last animal reached dry land, everyone cheered. "You saved us, Elle!" cried Luna. Elle blinked. "Me? Really?" The next morning, the storm was gone. Sunlight sparkled on the leaves, and the forest felt peaceful again. All the animals gathered around Elle. "Elle," said Bongo the monkey, "you're not too big." "You're brave," said Luna. "You're kind," chirped Tiki. "And you're our hero," squeaked Mimi. Elle smiled, a big, happy elephant smile. For the first time, he stood tall and proud. That afternoon, the forest games continued. "This time," Bongo announced, "we have a new game, Helping Hands Challenge." The goal was simple: help others. Elle used his trunk to hang lanterns. He carried tired animals. He watered plants with river water. Guess who won? Elle the elephant. But Elle didn't care about the prize. He cared about something better. He finally believed in himself. That night, Elle lay under the mango tree looking at the stars. "I learned something today," he whispered. "Everyone is special in their own way, and being different can be a gift." From that day on, Ellie was known as Elle, the gentle giant of Greenleaf Forest, and he lived happily ever after. Moral of the story: your size, strength, or differences make you special. Believe in yourself. You have something wonderful to offer the world.